Sunday afternoon, everybody. SFAPowerhouse in the driver's position.
Crew Chief in the shotgun position.
All right. We just left downtown Beaumont as we're heading towards Port Arthur. And then on this one, we're actually going to discuss a couple of exciting opportunities for Powerhouse and Crew Chief. They're actually our Christmas gifts to each other.
Yes. So in a couple of weeks, we will be traveling to see a very famous country music artist. This is Powerhouse's gift to me for Christmas. We're going to go see Clint Black at one of the, I believe, the casinos in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
It's either the LeBerg or the Golden Nugget. I forgot which one, but yeah, I always known that Clint Black was one of the Crew Chief's most favorite artists. I mean, we both love George Strait. We already saw that concert. That was really amazing.
Yes.
I mean, when they call him King George, that's the good King George from Texas. Okay, he is the undisputed king of country. But Clint Black was from that same era. He was also a really great artist. Had a really great voice, and his songwriting abilities were really good. I know a few years ago I think he toured with his daughters and his wife too, huh?
I believe so. Yes.
That was really neat to see. Kind of wish I saw that, but I didn't. But either way, he's going to be at the casinos now, and I told Crew Chief, hey, I know you love this guy. You want to go see him? Merry Christmas.
And there we go.
Needless to say, she was pretty ecstatic.
I was, and so again, this is Powerhouse's gift to me, and so I am looking forward to it, and I'm very grateful for this amazing gift, amazing good for all my the gifts in my life. And then about a couple weeks later,
just before Thanksgiving,
the weekend before Thanksgiving, I am treating Powerhouse to his Christmas present of
the Austin Symphony. Turns out the Austin Symphony is putting on a concert just before Thanksgiving. And yeah, I know we have the Symphony of Southeast Texas here in Beaumont, and I know we have the Houston Symphony over in Houston, not too far from here. But when the schedule lines up, it lines up beautifully. And in this case, the Austin Symphony is going to put on Beethoven's Fifth Symphony before Thanksgiving. I mean, everyone's heard of the Fifth. Whether you know classical music or not, you've heard of the Fifth Symphony. Who hasn't?
Exactly.
If you don't know it, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Okay, so now you know it. Anyway, now granted, Crew Chief and I have already seen the Houston Symphony put on Beethoven's Ninth.
Yes, a few years ago.
Yeah, and that was beautiful and humbling in my humble opinion. But I've always wanted to hear the Fifth. I mean, I've heard so many recordings of it. I've seen so many movies and so many TVs that featured it. It was about time that we saw the Fifth live. And seriously, guys, music, you can't really feel music for real unless it's performed live in front of your ears.
I agree.
So, yeah, needless to say, November is stacked with amazing music for me and the Crew Chief.
Yes. So, again, these are our gifts to each other, and we found that in recent years that the best way to give a gift for each other is an experience, whether it's a concert, a play, or just a trip. Like a lot of times our anniversary trips are our anniversary slash birthday slash Christmas gift to each other. So anyway.
Yeah, so yeah, it does have to be totally material. Make no mistake, a live performance is a material gift, as is a baseball game and a football game or any kind of sporting event. But you know, it's those memories that can definitely last forever. And seriously, music is part of the human soul. I mean, humans were meant to create music.
Exactly.
And also to express music and share music with the rest of the world.
Yeah. So again, what better way to give a gift than an experience?
Exactly. So the memories you make on these kind of things is always, they can last for a long time, if not to the very end.
Yeah.
So now you know how Crew Chief and Powerhouse exchange gifts.
Yep.
Through experiences.
Yep.
I mean, our last few excursions, like to Pittsburgh and Cleveland, South Dakota, course, previously to Kansas City and the Hill Country, the missions. Those are all gifts to each other. I take one part of the experience. She takes the other part of the experience. Mostly, I take care of travel arrangements and rental car arrangements, and maybe some other things. And meantime, Crew Chief takes care of mostly
food, gas, take care of a few tickets for things that are take place. Again, Powerhouse and I, we split the cost. Like, for example, if I take care of the hotel, like if we're flying, he takes care of the plane reservations, I take care of hotel. He takes care of car rental, I take care of food, gas, and any tickets to any museums or whatnot.
Right. Now, granted, a lot of times we find great deals through Southwest Airlines' Rapid Rewards program, and usually I can either get the flights for, all the flights to one way, and then I have to take care of one coming back, or sometimes we get really lucky, I can take care of both ways on the flights going to and from with the points only. And that's really good. If you can find a really good deal like that, go for it.
Yes.
So if that happens, I usually splurge big time on a rental. For example, I was able to take care of the flights to Orlando and come back from Fort Lauderdale, all with points. So I didn't have to pay a thing.
Yep.
Except for, the 9/11 security fee for TSA, but that's nothing. That is nothing compared to the real fare.
Exactly.
So it's because of that, I was able to splurge on a convertible.
And I mean, we stayed in a very nice hotel in Fort Lauderdale, but our hotel in Orlando was pretty reasonable because it was only a short time. We were traveling down to Fort Lauderdale from Orlando. So,
yeah.
And actually, the hotel in Orlando was not too bad.
Yeah. I mentioned this on a previous podcast while you were absent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we stayed at Choice Hotel just across the way from Universal Studios. That's obviously a lot cheaper. And then we went down to Fort Lauderdale and we splurged on the very beautiful resort Bahia Mar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, we splurge. I mean, we splurge where we can, if we can. And
if we can.
So whenever I can take care of the flights with Rapid Rewards, that Crew Chief and I know that we can splurge on other things.
Exactly. So we plan these out. I hate to say it, we make an itinerary of what we're doing each day, and so that way we can plan what we want to do, so that way we can look forward to it. So like with our upcoming Waco trip, we've already set up our hotel thanks to Powerhouse. I'll be taking care of food and gas depending on the vehicle we take. But I will help out with that cost, and we'll plan out where we want to go, like the Dr. Pepper Museum we talked about earlier, Texas Rangers Museum, and some other events. So
there's other historical tours, and maybe we can take in some of the nicer restaurants too.
Or we could take a walking tour or a tour of Waco itself, with the tour guide.
Absolutely, I wouldn't mind that at all.
So again, may seem kind of meticulous of us to plan an itinerary, but it helps. So that way we can look forward to it and not be stressed out.
Absolutely, and again, I mentioned this on a previous podcast while you were absent, is that, we plan our day-to-day details, by the day first, and then we get it down to the wire later on. It does help us maximize our time at all these places we go.
Definitely.
So there's nothing wrong with that at all. And if we have additional room, we'll find additional places to look at.
Exactly.
So there's nothing wrong with that at all, Crew Chief.
Yep.
I mean, you want to maximize your time? Go for it. For example, going back to the Clint Black concert here in a couple weeks. First off, it's over in Lake Charles, and Lake Charles is a 1-hour drive from here, so we can definitely make it there. We don't have to book a hotel or anything like that. We can just go right out there, enjoy the casino, enjoy the concert, then come right back after the concert. So that's no big deal there. Now, Austin is a little bit further.
Yes.
So we've already booked a hotel over in Austin, choicehotels.com. Again, we're not paid for by Choice Hotels. We don't have a sponsorship deal with them. We're just letting you know that we've had really good experiences most of the time with Choice Hotels.
Yes.
And if you want just a simple hotel room at a pretty good rate, Choice Hotels is the way to go.
Exactly. Even it's just like for a one night stay or 2 nights, they have reasonable rates, and you can actually book in advance at a little bit cheaper price. So again,
sponsor at this point. As of October 2025, they are not a sponsor of this channel. If that changes, of course, you'll know. Anyway, so now going back to Austin, because Austin is quite a distance away. It's like 5 hours from here, if I'm not mistaken.
Thereabout.
Give or take, traffic through Houston is 4 or 5 hours, give or take. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna head out there, and we're gonna stay a couple days out there. We'll stay obviously the night of the concert, then we're gonna stay an additional day, and then go around Austin a little bit, check out some things in Austin, and then we'll come back home. That's gonna be a 2-day stay out there. So like I said, we've already planned that well in advance. We're gonna enjoy our Thanksgiving time out there. Hopefully it won't be too cold, because as you recall, the last time we did something around Thanksgiving, and we traveled around Thanksgiving, that was up to Fort Worth to see George Strait.
Right.
And that was quite cold.
It was quite cold, but it was quite worth the experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime you get an opportunity to see King George Strait, you take it. No matter what weather may come, rain or shine, or hell or high water, as the expression goes, you go. Now I say that because when we went over to the Dickies Arena where King George Strait played, it was very cold. I mean, the daytime high on there was 30, and by the time we got into the arena, it was 30 degrees. It was quite cold.
Yes.
Now, fortunately, inside the arena, it was nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just one of those things where you just gotta bundle up and just can't wait to get inside.
Definitely.
Hot chocolate, anyone? Coffee, anyone? Anyway, so hopefully it won't be too cold in Austin, but of course we'll always go prepared.
Yes.
Keep an eye on the weather reports. If it gets cold, it gets cold. Just be ready.
Exactly.
So yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that. And by the way, Austin Symphony, they're playing a whole lot more than just Beethoven's Fifth, but that is the main event.
Yes.
I think one of the other teams, I'll have to relook at what they're doing, but I know there's a couple of other Romantic era pieces that are playing. Maybe one modern thing. But anyway, you have to understand, in music history, there's 6 or 7 major eras of music history that we study for Western civilization. The biggest one was the medieval era. Of course, Islam before that, but medieval's where it really started, where form and function really started to come around. Then the Baroque era, spearheaded by Handel and Bach. Then the classical era, spearheaded by Mozart and Haydn. And then Beethoven came around and he got us into the Romantic era, and that's where music really started to take off, with Schubert, Berlioz, and all those guys. And then with the modern era, led by Holst and many others, and that's where we are today with the modern era. But I could spend a whole, I could really make a whole new channel on YouTube just on music history. But but anyway, I just mentioned all that because I truly love that stuff.
Yes. So again, there we go. We have a lot of events coming up here in November, and so looking forward to all these events coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's another thing. You always want to make sure that whenever you decide on a place to travel, make sure that both you and those that you're sharing your experience with will both get something major out of it.
Right.
And listen, I'm not some snot-nosed snob that loves the symphony. Okay, we're not. We're down-to-earth people who just happens to have extensive education and upbringing, and was instilled a love for great, amazing music from way back when. And we were just cultured. Okay, we did get a little bit of culture. It doesn't mean we live it every day. It means we just appreciate it for everything it has done and everything it will do for us.
Same here. My grandparents, when I was a kid, took me to see the symphony a lot, went to the ballet, to plays. So they introduced me to the fine arts, and it's because of my grandparents, my parents, that I appreciate the fine arts. I'm not a professional musician or professional artist, but I have appreciation for the fine arts.
Absolutely, not just music. We also gain a lot of experience and wisdom through theater and visual art.
Definitely.
Anyway, so like I said, don't be afraid to open yourself to culture. Don't be afraid to open yourself up to things you may not you may not think you may be interested in. You'd be surprised. I mean, I can't tell you how many museums and other experiences and people that I've seen express their art that I'm like, this is really impressive. How many times has that happened? Too many to count. Seriously, too many to count.
Right.
There are some things that I didn't think I would like, then I went to go see it, and I was like, I'm impressed.
Right.
Anyway, we're going to wrap this one up here because we're about to take care of a little bit of business here in the shopping district of Port Arthur. But in the meantime, this is SFA Powerhouse wishing you the very best. Take care, God bless, and enjoy the ride.
This is Crew Chief signing off. Have a blessed day.